I don't know why I have Link to the Past music stuck in my head. It's not even my favorite one, but I do. Kona, you need to leave me alone. Go upstairs. Go upstairs. Let me play my game. How is everybody doing this evening? Saigan here with some Octopath Traveler. Continuing from where we left off yesterday in Saintsbridge, we are going to move on to our next location, which I want to say is Therion. It might be Tressa. Maybe we'll see. Therion was 36. Tressa, 34. That's right. Okay, we're going to do Tressa's next. There were treasure chests that I missed in this town, but... and I was going to collect them, but... we totally got ganked by the dreaded disconnect last night. Falcos, Mary, hello, hello, hello. I hope that Star Ocean 2 makes up for making me play Nier as well. I hope Nier Automata makes up for making me play Nier. I'm not expecting that it will, but I do have high hopes for Star Ocean 2. I'm looking forward to that. So, thank you very much, Mary. And your anime recommendations have been spot on. Like... you suggested to me Snow White with red hair. You suggested to me Banana Fish, which, oh god, the latest episode of Banana Fish. Just like, man. Man. I don't want to say anything about it because it's still going and it's still pretty early on in the season and I want other people to watch it, but man. After learning of the Merchant's Fair, you head to Victor's Hollow to find an item worthy of the auction. Eventually, you make your way to one of the shops. The story so far. In Quarry Crest, Tressa met a fellow merchant named Ali. He told her of the Merchant's Fair in Grandport, where the greatest treasures in the realm are put to auction. And so Tressa vowed to find a worthy treasure, hoping to prove herself a merchant worthy of respect and renown. So it was that the two promised to reunite at the fair. It's about time I updated the notebook. Dear Diary, I'm on my way to the Merchant's Fair in Grandport. But first I need a treasure worthy of the auction. So I've come to Victor's Hollow to find one. The owner of this book found what he was looking for here. Hopefully, I'll be as lucky as he was. Ty Hill, hello and good evening. All right. It's time I had a look around this place. Let the search begin. Already? Senpai Gamer, hello, good evening to you. Konbanwa. Excuse me, could you tell me about this map? That old thing? Don't really know where it came from. Found it in the storehouse and thought about throwing it out at first. But I figured I could make at least a few leaves off it this way.
Oh?
Mind if I take a closer look? There are traces of old lines where it was redrawn, and it smells of the sea. From the looks of it, this map was very special to the one who drew it. Inner monologue, Tressa. Inner monologue. Why don't you... If he's offering it for a few leaves, you should just take it. We got the money. Why are you going to inform this guy that it's worth more than he was asking? You are a terrible merchant, Tressa. Currently playing Stardew and wanted to know if you could name a goat after me? Please do. I would be honored. Goats are pretty awesome. The characters are strange. I'll be darned if you can read those scribbles, young lady. My dearest friend, here lies my most precious treasure, Balthazar. Oh my god. Tressa? Tressa. Motherfucking Tressa. Balthazar? As in the dread pirate Balthazar of the Eastern Seas? And this is his treasure map?
Yes.
Sure seems that way. It must be worth a fortune. Give me that. Lady Luck is on my side today. Now let's keep this between us, young lady. Here, I'll even give you some candy. There you go, Tressa. You scored some candy out of the deal because you can't keep your goddamn mouth shut. I didn't come here for candy. Jesus.
Hello.
Jesus, Tressa. Why would you do that? Why would she do that? Why am I going to purchase things? Just take it. Just take it from him. Damn. The mother goat will give birth in 7 days. I look forward to it, Senpai Gamer. There's probably going to be Stardew on this channel once they add multiplayer to the PS4. Because Perry loves Stardew Valley. And I'll totally be a farmhand for her. Truth! What's up? Welcome. Welcome, sir.
For a break.
It's also time to keep your goddamn mouth shut, Tressa. Oh, I thought we were getting voice acting. I was lied to. I already wrote in my diary today. So I'll give the notebook another read. I could actually get married to her in Stardew. That would be great, but I can't imagine her picking me over the rest of the entire damn town that she's dating. Perry plays Stardew as a romantic conquest to see how many people she can get into her bed. I'll give the notebook another read. In this world, there are countless treasures, but only one is precious to me, and I'll journey on until I find it. It's love. It's true love. I spoiled the end of the book.
Huh.
He had only one true treasure in the world. Have I seen the anime Violet Evergarden? No, but I've heard good things about it. Good to see you making use of that notebook. It's Leon! We meet again, lass.
Mr. Leon!
Mr. Leon, what brings you here? I should ask you the same. Don't tell me you ran away from home. Not quite. I just decided it was time I saw the world. And I have the notebook you gave me to thank for it.
Oh.
Thank yourself for choosing it, lass. Sink me! I'd be ready to make a grave of me hammock.
Hello.
Boy, ain't ye?
What?
Nick and Knack? Ha ha! She can't remember their names. Mick and Mac, ya bird-brained ninny. You're that kid what gave us quite the lashing back in Dripple Slime. It's Ripple Tide. Didn't you two learn your lesson yet?
Nick.
That's quite enough.
Captain.
Apologies, Captain. Captain? Aye. Our pirating days are behind us. We'd be working under a different flag now.
Got that right.
That day opened our eyes to the true greatness of Leon Bastral. Now we be having the honor of calling him our captain.
Whoa!
Ow. Headset Y. I'm glad to see you two singing a new tune. Also, I apologize to everyone who heard my hand just crashing into the microphone.
Well...
As am I. They've been doing well under my command thus far, but still have a ways to go.
All right.
Right you are, Captain. Now look alive, you half-drowned dodo. There's work to be done. So, lass, how do your travels fare?
Well,
I'm still learning as I go, but I do have a goal now. I want to sell something incredible at the Merchant's Fair. If I can manage that much, it'll prove just how far I've come on this journey.
You don't say.
Well, there's certainly no better place than the fair for an aspiring merchant like yourself. And what exactly is it that you've deemed worthy of the auction? I wish I could tell you, but it's still waiting for me to find it. A yet undiscovered treasure, I see. Then I wish you all the best in your search, lass.
thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Leon. By the way, what brings you to Victor's Hollow? It's the home of an old friend. He passed away around this time of year, so I decided to pay a visit.
Oh.
Were you too close?
Hi.
Aye. Balthazar and I were like brothers.
Oh.
Balthazar? As in that Balthazar? Which Balthazar, lass? The Balthazar who drew the map I found earlier.
Could it be?
They may just be one and the same. Could you show me where you found it?
Yes.
Yep, follow me.
Hey.
Excuse me, sir. It's me again.
Welcome.
Welcome back, young lady. I trust you managed to keep the you-know-what a secret in the meantime? No. No, she did not.
I'm sorry.
Tressa has failed in every respect today. I'm really sorry, but I couldn't. What do you mean you couldn't?
What do we have here?
Pardon the intrusion, but I heard you might possess a map belonging to Balthazar. Keep that speculation to yourself, please, Senpai Gamer. You can share it later after I've seen the fair. Pardon the intrusion, but I heard you might possess a map belonging to Balthazar. Who are you? This is Captain Leon Bastral. Leon Bastral? Scourge of the Seas? I don't want to believe it, but there's no mistaking that blue spear. I heard all about you and your famous words. What were they again? The strong take while the weak quake? Those are words best forgotten, sir.
This is...
Do you take me for a fool? I know you're just here to loot my store. I can assure you I came for no such reason. I cast aside that lifestyle long ago. And I do appreciate that you asked, Senpai. Thank you. Thank you for asking. This certainly looks like one of Balthazar's works. You really don't plan to steal it, do you? I see. So the rumors of the great pirates Leon and Balthazar being friends really were true.
Huh?
He sounds different.
I beg your pardon.
If you two were as close as the stories say, then I'm sure you would do anything to have this map. Am I right?
But...
However, it's a precious family heirloom, and I'm afraid I cannot part with it without recompense. That's a lie. You were gonna throw it out.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Indeed. If you're truly the Leon Bastral, then I'm certain you're well versed in the treasures of the realm.
you see...
I am but a lowly merchant, you see, nothing in comparison to your grandeur, but there is one thing we have in common, a desire for a certain treasure. Have you heard of Edbart's shield? Edbart was a servant of the king of Ferian. His defense with the shield was said to be impenetrable. Legend says he used that same shield to protect his liege until the tragic fall of the kingdom. I heard a rumor that it's been spotted in this very town as of late. Curious timing, isn't it? Both a fabled pirate and a fabled treasure in Victor's Hollow at the same time? If you happen across it somewhere, Mr. Bastral, I'd be happy to trade it for the map. How dare he use that map as leverage? It rightfully belonged to Mr. Leon's friend. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you are mistaken.
Till we meet again.
Thank you for showing me the map, and my apologies for taking so much of your time. Leon,
Hey.
out. Are you really just going to leave without your friend's keepsake? It's a map. The guy was a pirate.
Hi.
Do you know how many maps he made? That map is not mine to take. Now I shall take my leave, lass. I'd like to celebrate his life with a drink tonight. Mr. Leon. He says he doesn't need it, but I think a memento like that is best kept in a friend's hands. I'll find a way to get it to him. You said you'd trade the map for Edbart's shield, right? I'll be back in 2 ripples of the tide. Tressa. Tressa, why? We have better things we could do with our time. You really want that map, don't you? Yes, Therion, get it for me. This is literally why you're in the party. I do, for Mr. Leon's sake. I could steal it for you, you know. The best idea you've ever suggested, Therion. Thank you. I'd rather you didn't. I can handle this myself. He wants a trade, and he'll have it. That's what I do best. I'll show him who's the best merchant around. Well, I see my help's not needed here. Thought I'd act the gallant type, but clearly you're a lady who prefers the leading role. You bet. After all, how could I call myself a real merchant if I refused this challenge? How indeed. Therian is growing on me. Therian says what we're all thinking. just let him steal it. He could just steal it, and then we'll have it. And then we'll be done. Tomahawk bow. And a charm robe. Man, there's so many people in town right now. Yeah, like, Tressa has just... This has been a day of mistakes for Tressa. Like, mistakes that kind of irritate me more than Alphen's recent mistakes. And he nursed a murderer back to health so that the man could kidnap a child. And, like... That still seems more reasonable than Tressa's mistakes. Alphen's like, I'm just gonna heal him! And Tressa's like, I'm gonna shoot my mouth off! Estada's condition? Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that a divine blade? Yes, it was. Occasionally decreases target's physical attack. That seems damned useful. At least it's cheap. Can I steal from him now? No. She really does need to learn internal monologuing from Ulbrich, because Ulbrich's a master at it. He will just, like, pause a conversation. People will talk to him, and then he'll just, like, stand there and work out in his mind what the best way to respond is. While they're sitting there like, are you with me? Zeta Zartan! Yes, this is a lovely-looking game. Good evening to you, sir. I don't think we're gonna be able to buy anything that's of use right now. We're a little bit broke. Really? Why does Alphen not have that equipped?
Curses!
Oh. I guess I should have read the quest.
Now?
Ah, there you be. What news you bring? Yep, I am getting lazy, truth. Yes, Senpai Gamer, I do have a Discord. Hello, Mystic Evil Queen. How are you today? There's a link to my Discord over on my Twitch page. Oh, Mountador looks fit and hale, does he? Been training hard, you say, and there's a fire in his eyes? Local lad Status has got the smell of defeat on him. So nervous his belly aches. Scared of what the local crowds will roar when he makes a toad's pile of it, and I don't doubt. Lazy is fine, but the game doesn't know proper optimize. I dare you to name a JRPG that optimizes properly. Oh, it's not a command, it's an actual, like, link below the video on the channel. Is there not one on YouTube? I could have sworn I had Discord links on YouTube. I'm sorry, I'll get that added back in. God's truth, and I know what head I'll place my last coins on. Bless you, friend. Woo! The swordsman Status wins the battle. Oh no. Pigs in heaven, the day is mine at last. Surprised, are you? I put my purse on the swordsman Status. When you told me how he feared the local crowds, I knew in my belly how the duel would end. With the crowd roaring and putting the fear of the gods in him, he'd be bound to find the strength to beat his foe. Truth is, I'm from these parts myself, so I was happy to put coins on our local lad. No more debtor's prison for me. Fair befall you, friend. I'm mighty grateful to you.
Oh.
Well met, friend. Remember me? You told me the tale of the monster tamers. I heard a rumor of a magic sword called Snake's Bane. With such a weapon, surely I could defeat the giant snake that has possessed my father. The swordsman of the arena is said to bear Snake's Bane. I begged and pleaded with the man, but he refused to give it to me. It might be the only way to save my father. If only I could find a way to get it from him. Good news! Therian's in the house. That's right. That's right. I took note of that after, LBRY.
Oh. Huh.
This is the enchanted blade, Snake's Bane. With it, I can kill the snake beast that holds my father in its thrall. My father condemned violence. He was always a good and just man. But when monsters began to ravage the village where he lived, he was powerless to stop them. His only recourse was the forbidden magic. In my heart, I truly believe he meant no ill, and that is why I am set upon his deliverance.
Many thanks.
I thank you for this blade. I shall use it wisely. I shall find my father, and by my own hand, free him from his plight. Farewell. Maybe it goes with the weapon that has the most total attack boost between both elemental and... I don't know. Do we have something that we can test this with? Alright, we have an elemental hatchet, which has an elemental attack of 206 and a physical attack of 98, putting the total at 304. 4. And it's just that much better than... That one's just bonkers strong, though. Like, it's kind of hard to judge with that one. I need something that's closer. Doesn't look like swords even have elemental attack on them. So I can't check with that. Daggers? That just has a better total. Vegas Glaive? Okay, so here we go. 96 and 162 for a total of 258. $268. $288. Ooh. It does. It does go straight for elemental attack. Because look, if I optimize, it stays on Magus's glaive. Does it prioritize which stat is higher naturally, maybe? Nope, it doesn't do that either, because... That is a problem. That is really bad. Elemental shield is pretty good, though. Yeah, we pretty much have proved that now, Truth. The game really does just prefer elemental attacks. Like, I would have been able to forgive it if it prioritized the attack type that was naturally, that character had a higher base in. Because, you know, if you've got somebody who, like, say you've got Tressa as a scholar, she's naturally going to have a very high elemental attack. And it would make sense then for the game to say, you know what, I'm going to give this to her. But yeah, to give somebody like Alphen, who's got that monstrous physical attack, the elemental one, I don't know. That does seem just off.
Ah.
Back so soon? Yeah, man, you really suck at looking for stuff. I made a promise, didn't I? And I always deliver. Clank. my word, I can't believe you actually found it. But this symbol and this weight and all these scars, there's no mistaking it. This is the real deal.
Most grateful.
Thank you so much, young lady. Here's the map, as promised. I want to know where she was carrying it. Probably making LBRY carry it. How did you ever manage to get this shield? I'm a merchant. We have our ways. Obtaining such a renowned treasure is no small feat. I can see you have promise, young lady, and lots of it. Yoink! Who wants to steal from the orphanage? I do, says Therian. I do like that they took the time to be like, hey, Therian's in the group. I bet the players would wonder why they just can't steal it. It was good of them to tackle that. I wonder how many conversations they had about how different characters would affect a single character's given story. Apparently I have the information this guy needs. What's that just say? So the lad's father was a swordsman, was he? Ah, a sad tale when a man's felled and leaves a young widow and her son to fend for themselves. Suppose the lad saw his father in me, us both being men of the sword. I'm starting to think that mayhap I treated the lad overly rough. He needed a father and reckoned that could be me. Maybe he weren't wrong at that. Lad, what are you playing at? Sir. Come here, lad, out of the shadows and into the sun where I can see you. Huh? So you will teach me fencing? Look ye, I've got better thing to teach you. Horse riding. What you say to that, then? I'd rather learn fencing if it's all the same. Sounds you're a stubborn one. I teach you horses or I teach you nothing. You got that? Oh, if you say so, sir. What a nice guy. What a nice guy. Isn't he a nice guy, Therian? Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Nice guy. Real nice guy. Nicest guy I've ever met. Let's go.
Mr. Leon!
Is this voice acted or no? Nope. I brought something for you.
Huh?
Balthazar's map. Don't tell me you went through the trouble of finding the shield for that. Then I won't. Hello, my love. My sniffly love. We have whiskey. Make yourself a hot toddy. Poor Perry has come down with a cold. Thank you, lass. Mr. Leon, were you really okay with just leaving the map at that shop?
You see...
When you gazed at it, your eyes were so forlorn. I felt like it belonged with you. Your keen eyes never cease to amaze me. Let me tell you a story, lass. About Balthazar and me. Senpai Gamer says, "Hi, Perry!" She nods in sick. We were but lads when the sea first called to us, and as we grew, so did our reputation. Balthazar came to be known as the Wild Eagle, and I, the Sea Serpent. Our ships clashed on the open ocean, and our names roared like thunder through the skies.
Captain Leon!
Hey, voice acting?
The storm be giving us no quarter, sir! Let's turn back! The old girl can't hold on much longer!
Anyone wanting to retreat can be my guest and swim back. I'll reduce this ship to shivers before I let him have my treasure. If those scurvy sea dogs get to that island first, we get nothing. You hear? Hold fast to that rudder, mateys.
Aye, aye, sir!
Balthazar, that bastard.
You're too slow, Leon.
Aye, Captain Obvious.
I think you'd have learned after all these years.
Enough. Else I'll cut out your tongue and feed it to the gulls.
Now I'll be taking this island's treasure, if you don't mind.
I do mind, but it isn't mine. Do whatever you please.
Do ye remember when we were lads, Leon? Starving in the slums, stealing to survive. We dreamt of just growing up and had to fight tooth and nail to reach the top. Nothing was ever easy for us.
In this world, the strong take while the weak quake, and we became strong.
Ye never change, Leon.
You say it like you're any different, Balthazar.
Not everyone stays the same forever, matey.
Balthazar. He was always looking off into the distance. His eyes gazed far, far away, toward a seemingly unreachable place. Time passed between us until one day.
Can I tell you something, Leon? I never wanted to be a pirate.
What?
When we were lads, I dreamt of being a merchant.
Have you gone daft? Balthazar of the Eastern Seas. A merchant.
You're a bloody scoundrel for laughing. But it be the truth. I wanted to trade treasure from every corner of this here world and bring people together. I lost sight of that dream after becoming a pirate. But these days, it's all I'd be thinking about. Leon, do you have something precious to you? Aye, a fine storm this is.
How about another wager, my friend? Whoever reaches that island first be the winner. If ye win, you get that gem you always wanted.
Oh, will I now? And what happens if you win?
I win. Ye hand over your most precious treasure.
Deal.
That's how our final race began. But Balthazar, he never emerged from those stormy seas. I found his ship several days later, wrecked on the coast. Balthazar had been the victor of our very last match. This map shows the location of the gem he wagered that day. Wagered?
The Eldrite.
He called it Eldrite. Kona? It's the only one of its kind in the entire world. It was by far the rarest of all the treasures he'd plundered. But seeing as I lost our match, I haven't the rights to it. That's why you left it in the shop. Precisely. You made a proper trade for this. It belongs to you now. However you use it, it's up to you. Up to me. Mr. Leon lost more than just a race that day. I think having a memento of his friend would cheer him up. And I wouldn't mind getting a closer look at more pirate treasure, hee hee. Okay, so find the gem, keep it for yourself, because Leon's already said that it's not his, and then give the map to Leon as a memento. Let's do that, Tressa. Instead of fucking up every deal you find. Little girl doesn't know when to stop talking.
She's not in it for the money.
No, she's not. No. She does. She's constantly collecting money from monsters.
May I have this dance?
My turn.
Fiorena's a dancer.
An ode to the night.
Dancer.
Yes! He's wearing a red shirt.
Yes, he
I'm
is.
ready.
LBRY wears one too. With like this little chest thing. And he's got like the sleeves.
What to do?
Scholar. Right now.
Here goes nothing. This calls for search.
Did I change that axe on Elfin? I can't remember. I'm gonna have to check. Nope, I should have waited on that. Whatever, it's fine. Okay. Whatever helps you sleep, baby.
I am ready. The lion dance.
Here goes nothing. That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly. She is too pure. There's... I don't think she's understanding what Leon has told her. Okay, he does have Lizard King. Lizard King's axe. And he actually has lightning right now, too. That axe is actually really made for hunters.
Here goes nothing.
I know what I can do.
Lion dance.
I'm
Yeah,
ready.
hunters get lightning.
The peacock struck.
Did you not notice that hunters get lightning? Thieves get fire, apothecaries get ice. That means not using bows for a turn. That's fair, but there have been some situations.
To ashes with you.
Chill, baby.
My turn.
I know. I'm sorry you don't feel well.
I am ready. My turn now.
Here goes nothing. Ha! Try again.
May I have this dance?
Out of my way.
Yep, I know, Senpai. I am constantly reminding her to stay hydrated. Alright, we have armor corrosive.
An ode to the night.
I am ready.
You count on one hand the number of times Apothecary Ice, Hunter Lightning, and Thief Fire skills have been useful. I've found a lot of uses for Apothecary Ice. Then again, I started with Alphen, so that does weight things in his favor.
The peacock struck. Let's do this.
I'm not talking about for, like, Therian, but I'm talking about, like, you know, if you're leveling Cyrus as a thief for some of the passives. Of course, then Cyrus wouldn't really use it. Prim as a thief could make use of it. I mean, yeah, it's definitely not a use all the time skill, but it has its uses.
To ashes with you.
Ow.
All right. An ode to the night.
I am ready.
It's not just early game. The single target weaker spells can also be useful on bosses if they don't have the weapon coverage for it. I'm not saying they're amazing abilities. I'm just saying they're not without their uses.
This calls for service. Ha! Try again. You won't feel a thing.
I am ready. The lion dance.
Out of my way. Peacock strut. Bring it on. This calls for service.
Here I go! Fire!
My turn. An ode to the night.
Yeah, but even if it's doing less damage, if it contributes to a break, it's still like earning more damage per turn. I mean, if it's setting up for, you know, several thousand of points of damage, who cares if it misses out on a couple hundred? And, you know, that also denies enemies a turn. Sometimes two, if you get to go before them on a turn, because they lose the turn that they're on as well as the next turn.
I am ready. The winds of fortune will rage. The show is over.
And you have a tendency to, like, super overpower your character's truth, so breaking might not seem as useful to you as it is for a player like me who doesn't get his characters insanely powerful. You know, breaking is how I do several thousands of points of damage. Yeah, see, you're just proving my point. If your random battles are ending before you break anything, it's probably just because you're so overpowered that you're doing a hilarious amount of damage. Breaking, to me, is really useful. 46, 33, 35, and 37 with a recommended level of 34. So everybody except for Alphen is pretty close to the appropriate range. What's up, Alexiel? My characters are not doing several thousand points of damage without breaking.
I'm ready.
So breaking is much more useful to me. Do you understand my point, though?
The winds of fortune will rage.
My son is gross? What did he do, Alexiel? Ow! I forgot these
Here we
lightning
go.
elementals do a good chunk of damage.
This calls for surgery.
Okay. Just not Primrose. No! That is gross, Alexiel. Lord Sword Dancer! Hello, hello, hello. Stay on top of him every morning to change his underwear, brush his teeth, deodorant. You need to stay on him about it. Until it becomes a habit for him. Peacock strut you, I guess? Or no? I really want to break these guys. So we're just going to go for a fire soul stone.
Take this!
Here I go! Here I go!
My turn.
Do I have nothing for this guy? I have nothing for this guy.
I am ready.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, why are you... Hurry up and finish the game so you can borrow it? Perry might have something to say about that. How many times are you going to beat all the Mass Effects now? I'm curious.
Bring it on!
Play through 7. Okay. Of the entire franchise or just the
Try
first one?
again.
You are streaming it this time. Alright, go enjoy your stream. Guys, check out Alexiel's stream sometime. She does a lot of RPGs as well, and has similar overall taste to me.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
Let's do this!
Now, also Dragon Age. You've played the crap out of Dragon Age also.
I am ready.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh no, we don't have Hunter on her. Damn it. Stab the skeleton? Oh, in what world is a skeleton going to be weak to a piercing weapon? I didn't honestly think that that was going to work.
Try this! All right.
All right, later, Alexiel. Just go to last.
This calls for surgery.
I am ready. The Lion Dance. What to do? cold yet?
Since when are daggers piercing weapons?
All right.
You're joking, right? Since always? Always. Truth.
Try
Yes. Daggers are designed for stabbing. They are by design a piercing weapon. They don't have the reach to be as useful for slashing. They can slash, but the true damage from a dagger would come from piercing. You are out of your mind if you think that daggers have been slashing weapons. What games are you playing where daggers are slashing weapons, Truth?
May I have this dance?
Out of my way.
Ah, I'm disagreeing with you so hard right now. I can't even disagree harder.
Peacock strut.
We are talking about game daggers. Care to weigh in, Lord Sword Dancer?
I am ready. The winds of fortune will rage.
Okay, do those RPGs that you play that have daggers differentiate between slashing and piercing?
What to do?
But, Lord Sword Dancer, do those games differentiate between slashing and piercing? Because Final Fantasy doesn't. I can't speak on Breath of Fire. Dragon Quest doesn't differentiate between slashing and piercing damage. JRPGs rarely differentiate between damage types. Those of you watching this VOD later, please weigh in the comments. Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 has a slash motion. A motion. And that goes for every type of weapon. They just swing the weapon back and forth. They do it for a hammer, they do it for an axe, they do it for a sword, they do it for a dagger, they do it for a staff. Etrian Odyssey has different damage types and daggers are slashing. I disagree with that a bunch.
An ode to the night.
I am ready.
My turn.
That's exactly right. Ty Hill brings up a good point. You would use a long, thin, or a medium, like a dirk or a dagger against somebody wearing full plate armor because it's small and nimble and you could find the joints between it. You wouldn't slash at it, you would stab. You would stab up under the arm into the armpit where it doesn't protect. Dragon Quest IX has Toxic Dagger and the animation is very clearly a slash, not a stab. Yes, because Dragon Quest is well known for its accurate use of weapons. That's not a dig at Dragon Quest, I'm just being honest.
Lion dance.
All right.
Let's do this. Cold yet? You got more than you bargained for.
Yeah, to it. There we go.
You won't feel a thing.
Out of my way. Take this!
I should have just broken all the bats. Ooh, not a great party for dealing with large groups.
Here goes nothing. This calls for certain.
What to do? Cold yet?
Knighthood, bring your shade.
All right. Ha! Try again.
That's a really good example. Thank you, Lord Sword Dancer. In FF4, Kane uses spears to slash instead of jabbing. That's right. He, like, swings them over his head. It's ridiculous. Spears are throwing weapons, but can you use them as melee weapons? Absolutely. Spears are not traditionally throwing weapons. Could you throw one in a pinch? Yes. But why the fuck would you disarm yourself? Why? Spears have a tradition of being held onto, and they were a fantastic, fantastic peasantry weapon, because they required very minimal training for a handful of peasants to be effective with a bunch of incredibly cheap spears. Spears are not throwing weapons. You can throw a spear, but it is not designed for it. And I have wound back up at the same save point I was at moments before. Yeah, I mean, like, you can use a longsword as a bashing weapon by smacking somebody with the pommel. And in fact, that's why the pommel is there. That's why the hilt is there, for not just for catching another sword on its way down to your hand and your grip, but also for jamming into somebody's eyes between the slits in their helmet visor. I've always considered javelins to be a part of the spear family. No, I disagree. Javelins are javelins. So yeah, you can do different types of attacks with a single weapon. A spear used in a stabbing motion is going to pierce, but a spear used as a staff will be doing, you know, blunt bashing type damage. Just saying, the primary use of a dagger or even a dirk, a short sword, isn't going to be for slashing. It's going to be for stabbing. That is where most of the damage is going to be. Could you do bashing damage with a knife? Yeah, you could you know, smack them with the handle of it. It's just, was it designed for it? No.
Don't wait.
We got the jump on these guys, and that's super useful.
Bring it on!
Here I go!
Oh, I should have gone for the break. God damn it.
It's my turn now!
Hammers are classified as staves in this, but at least they both do the same intended type of damage. They both do bashing style damage. It's a blunt style of weapon where you've got a handle and then a heavy end on one bit. The difference between a hammer and a stave is, you know, the material at the bashing end and the volume and weight of that material.
My turn.
What sane caster is going to cast Fireball out of a sledgehammer? The best kind. You know, a lot of classical fantasy gaming had clerics as, you know, heavy weapon users and heavy armor users. It's more of a recent thing in gaming that clerics have become cloth wearers and using light weapons that don't do a lot of damage. Early priests were more akin to paladins in the realm of gaming.
The lion's end.
Here goes nothing. That's what I'm talking about.
Walker, hello and welcome to the chat. How are you doing today? Pretty sure that's Walker. I am admittedly very rusty, especially on my katakana.
This is the beginning of your end.
I am ready.
Even Final Fantasy I, the white mage used hammers.
Out of my way.
Oof. Unnecessary damage is unnecessary. It's turning into one of those longer chapters. I don't know how much of that is because I'm talking too much.
To ashes with you.
All right. This calls for surgery.
Out of my way.
You're too.
I am ready. The winds of fortune will rage.
My turn.
Peacock strut.
What to do?
What are my favorite weapons? Longswords, because I'm old school, and scythes, because I'm an edge boy at heart. Mary says Claymore because he's Scottish.
To ashes with you. Time to
Scots
blow
and their
them
claymores. Although in all fairness, it's a damned fine weapon to be proud of. You have to appreciate the solution to our enemies have
You won't
invented
feel
the
a thing.
longsword. What do we do about that? Invent a bigger sword! There's no part of my being that doesn't appreciate that reasoning.
Take this.
I am ready.
Let's do this.
I would actually... There was a theory for a long time, Mary. I think that shields are very underrated as well, with shields being used as possible weapons, which throughout history, they absolutely were used as weapons. There was a long-running theory in the older Zelda games that Link was, in fact, right-handed, but was using a style of fighting where the shield went in his dominant hand. And the sword was more of a support weapon for the shield. Well, of course, that idea has kind of died out, but I really liked the idea.
Cold yet?
Here we go.
What do you mean, what is that nonsense? That's been an actual thing, Truth. There are some cultures that prioritize the use of the shield beyond the use of the sword. Where the sword was held in your offhand. Thank you, Ty Hill. Ty Hill knows the words I'm looking for.
This calls for...
So it's not like this completely made-up idea. It's a possibility. Now, of course, Link's stance and the way that he fights with his sword and his shield, he's clearly prioritizing his sword and only using the shield for defense. But it was nice to learn about this style of fighting that prioritized the use of the shield over the use of the sword.
What to do?
I wish I could remember what it was off the top of my head. I wish I could educate you. Because it was a long time ago that I read about it. This is all anecdotal at this point. Be as skeptical as it pleases you. Are we at the end of this chapter? Good. Not because I'm not enjoying myself, but because it is going on 9. And I don't have all night to play, and I'm kind of working under a time limit now with this game. I've taken my time, and should I be reaching the endings in a reasonable amount of time, then I'll be able to go back to take my time again prior to the release of DQ11. Yo, We Hate When, how you doing? Ah, and of course there's a monster. You can't find a legendary pirate treasure without there being a monster. What's that?
Let's do this.
It's headed this way.
Willingly.
Is this new boss music? Hang on. Wow, this guy, like, is just ready to go. Of course you're
out of my way.
No, it's not new boss music. It just sounded a bit different. I'm playing with headphones on, and unfortunately the headphones don't actually give me the music that's coming out of the system. So my ears are a bit muffled. Thurian does make a fabulous dancer. You are correct. Stab with knife?
Yes.
Nope.
I am ready.
Arrows. Ha 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 ha!
Here we go.
Ah, ha 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 ha! You're weak to arrows. You're gonna lose. The intro to each boss theme changes depending on whose character's chapter it is. Oh! I hadn't noticed. That is a nice touch. This game is full of nice touches. 52,000 A. You're weak to fire. Let's lower your physical defense.
I am ready.
And let's also hit you like a fucking truck.
The lion's den.
Alfin, what time is it? Oh, that was... I didn't boost it! Oh, I'm such an idiot! Ow! What? What was that damage? Oh my god! Ah! Ah, it hurts! Is this what pain is? Is this what pain feels like? Ah, I spoke too much shit. Too much shit was spake of. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mr. Kitty Cat. I take it back. I take everything back.
I am ready.
He's so mad at me. Ow. We need...
Stay strong.
Talk shit, get hit. That's accurate. I can't say anything about it. I brought this upon myself.
Peacock strut.
Oh boy, so Therian gets to take damage every time he takes an action.
Here goes nothing. I got just what you need.
My turn.
Next turn. Next turn, next turn, next turn.
Peacock strut.
Add on to Tressa's Peacock Strut for now.
Here I go.
Patience. 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 Yeah, I've got all 8 jobs.
What's yours is mine.
Yeah. Kind of a wasted action, but whatever. Okay.
Bring it on. Alrighty. This calls for surgery.
That's better.
I am ready. Just collecting my tools.
Damn it.
Let's do this. I won't hold back to ashes with you.
Incoming damage. Get out of here. Woohoo! Okay. Ah!
I am ready.
God, the damage is brutal. It's just fucking brutal.
Bring it on.
Break him on the next turn. Break him on the next turn. We're gonna wait.
I'll take this. Out of my way.
Wait, why are you not? Oh no, I'm breaking you this turn. That's right. And then next turn you get to go first. So I can armor corrosive you then. Let's Peacock Strut.
Peacock
Tressa for now.
I am ready.
All right. Ready. Aim.
What to do? To ashes with you.
I see through the defenses.
Bring it on. Let's get down to work. Ah!
Hitting the nines. I unequipped
I'm
him with
ready.
that ability that lets us break 9,999 though. Kind of regretting it right now. Equipping the Lizard King's axe has made a massive difference in damage. He's waking up next turn. Tressa needs some defenses, y'all.
The mold.
Here I go. I won't hold back. Ugh.
My turn.
Molding.
Could you not? Woo! What? Hang on now. No. No. No.
Try this.
Oh shit, it stays? Oh no. Oh, that's bad.
Don't play with me.
That's really bad.
I am ready.
What to do? To ashes with you.
Here goes nothing.
No! He's gonna get another
way.
turn! Damn it!
Try this.
What is this?
Ow!
Oh no. Let me help. Ah!
No good.
this garbage. Oh, I hate you so much. Oh. Is that how it works? Alright. I see what you're up to.
The lion's
I see what's up. Okay. So what I tried to heal before didn't matter. Because what it actually was... Okay, I've got this. I've got this. 2 more herbs of healing. Ah, that's so low.
Here.
Yeah, he buffed his venom. He didn't actually poison the rest of the group, which is what I thought he had done. But no, what it was a buff for when he poisoned us later.
Hey!
Okay.
I'm ready. Are you?
I see through the defenses.
I am ready. Just collecting my points.
Nice.
My turn now. To ashes with you.
Here goes nothing.
Let's get down to work. Ha!
Got him. Woo!
Ha! Try again.
This is the spot Balthazar marked on his map. No, I unequipped Surpassing earlier because I wasn't hitting it as often as I could be. But it appears that it's time to re-add it. Wow. It's gorgeous.
Oh?
And what's this? A letter?
Yeah!
Addressed to Mr. Leon. I'll make sure it reaches him.
Mr. Leon.
I followed the map and found this.
Huh?
There's no mistaking it. This is the Eldrite. This was also in the chest. A letter?
Did you ever find what's most precious to you?
Balthazar.
Leon, what's more precious to you than anything in the world?
Most precious? All my treasures are precious.
I didn't mean gold or gems, Leon.
Then what did you mean?
Do ye have something so dear to your heart that you'd risk life and limb for it? When we were lads in that poor town, we thought having riches was all there was to life. But I've been wondering lately if that's the life worth living. And then I wonder what life is worth living. I use me strength to steal from the weak. Just like ye, Leon. And it took years of looting to realize that none of it meant anything to me. No. Not everything that glitters is gold.
After the final race with Balthazar, I couldn't stop thinking about his last words. If I win, ye hand over your most precious treasure. But what was my most precious treasure? In the coming days, I kept asking myself the same question. But I never came to an answer. Until one day, I realized I'd obtained nothing. Just like Balthazar, I no longer had a reason to continue as a pirate. I lowered my flag. And I dedicated myself to repairing Balthazar's ship. I decided to pursue the dream of my friend. And so, I became the captain of a merchant ship.
Huh.
I want you to keep that stone, lass.
Really? But it belonged to your friend.
This letter is all I need. That stone holds no meaning to me.
Are you sure?
Everyone has something precious to them. Whether it be land, riches, honor, or what have you, there is an abundance of treasure in this world. But there is only space in one's heart for a single, truly precious treasure. And I found mine. Balthazar's ship. It gave me another chance at life.
Mr. Leon?
What is your most precious treasure?
It's... I don't know yet. But I know I'll find it someday.
Aye. With those keen eyes, I have no doubt you will. But be prepared. Your life will never be the same after. Farewell, lass.
Bon voyage! Toodaloo!
My most precious treasure. I saw Mr. Leon again. He taught me that there is only one true treasure in a person's life. I haven't found that treasure in my life yet. But I'll keep searching until I do. It's just a matter of time now. With the LBRY in hand, I'm ready for the auction. Watch out, Merchant's Fair! Here I come!
Oh boy, travel banter.
Lovely.
Quite a treasure indeed. Don't I know it? May I see it? Why, it's stunning. When I was younger, I had occasion to set eyes on many a beautiful stone, but I've never seen one of such profound clarity and color. You can say that again. I must say, its beauty is completely wasted on a child such as yourself. I shall wear it. Hey, what? Wait, give that back! Oh, come now, I was just joking. Here. Why, I never... Jesting aside, the gem suits you better, Tressa. Do you really think so? Oh, yes. I mean, you can see right through it. Utterly transparent. Ha! Ha! Ha ha ha! Called her out. Thanks?
Are you alright?
Hey there, Tress. What's with the serious look? I was thinking about what my most precious treasure could be. Tell me, Alphen, what do you treasure the most? Me? Shucks. I'd rather not say. It's kind of silly, to be honest. Oh, come on now. What are you acting so embarrassed about? It's not that. It's just... Besides, I know the answer. It's that bag. You always keep it in your sight, and you're constantly cleaning and mending it. You got me. A good pal of mine gave it to me. When I've got it slung over my back, it's like I can hear him whispering in my ear. You brew those potions of yours with pride, you hear, he says. And I listen too. That's why I put so much care into my concoctions. Now that's a true treasure if I ever heard of one. Such great characters. No, we're going back in. We're gonna check our skills. We're gonna steal from this person here. Hey, Primrose Hazelheart. Wow, we already got people changing their names to character names. Good evening to you. SNK collection for the Switch has Crystallis on it. Yeah, they're adding it to a bunch of the different collections. And it's one that I've never played, which, like, I should. You guys know I'm a massive SNK fan, but I've never played, like, their most famous RPG. Alright, folks. If this is it for this evening, it is time for me to get a move on. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.